Welcome to What's New in Creative AI, May edition.
Yeah, May. I keep thinking it's June, but May still. Brilliant. Got more of the year to go. So, welcome. Last month, we launched a Spark report at the end of last month. We talked a lot about it at the launch episode, but what we didn't say at the time, because it hadn't happened, is that it became the most downloaded report we've ever published, which is super cool. And it even got a mention in the Independent newspaper.
That's right, national news, everybody.
Yeah.
Not the front page. I think it was on about page 19, but still, got to start somewhere.
One of our brilliant team, Matthew, wrote an article in the Independent, and as part of it, the Spark report got a great shout out.
It's actually worth a read because it's a beautifully written article that compares the state of creative AI to the Medici family in Florence in the Middle Ages. So go ahead. Middle Ages, Renaissance. I don't know.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
I will put a link to it in the show notes. You do have to be a subscriber to the Independent, but we'll put a link to it in case some of you are. Right. So what have we been up to? Jules, you've been doing tons of keynotes.
Yep, that's right. I was in Bournemouth last week. Centre of the universe.
Yeah.
At the Agency Leaders Growth Summit. Did I get that right? I think I got that right.
I'm dyslexic. I don't know which way around the words go.
So basically, stick 60 agency leaders in a conference room at the Hilton in Bournemouth and talk about AI for half a day. That's what we did. I didn't talk for half a day. There were some other speakers too, some great ones, in fact. But I was on stage for about 40 minutes, probably, talking about what's holding agencies back from being able to actually reap the productivity gains of AI. And you know what? We're going to talk about exactly the same thing right now. So if you weren't there, you haven't missed out.
You haven't missed out, and you get even more probably because I'm going to question further. You did lots of other keynotes as well, didn't you?
That's right, yeah. I spoke at an agency away day, which was great. And in fact, I'm speaking at another one on Monday.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you'd like me to speak at your agency away day, just ping me an email saying away day. Yeah,
it's a lovely thing to do. We don't talk about doing that much, but just having an hour-long talk is a really nice, inspiring thing for the team.
What was quite nice actually about it was actually a talk, the one that I did on Thursday. So normally with these things, I have a slide deck and I prepared some slides for it and all the rest of it, and I got there. No TV.
That threw you.
They actually just said, sit in an armchair, we'll gather round and we'll talk. And you know what? It was really nice.
Yeah.
So really interactive, lots of questions, lots of backwards and forwards, not a single slide in sight.
Nice. What kind of agency was it?
It was well, I don't think they'll mind me saying, it was Source Communications. They're a PR and comms agency based in West London. And yeah, we had a good old chat, and I think everybody found it really interesting. I certainly did. And I left them with a few books too.
Very nice. Great. Well, should we get into the episode?
Let's go. Okay.
So today we are going to talk about three big things. We're going to talk about the productivity paradox.
Yeah, we are.
We'll reveal what that is in just a second. Then we're going to talk about AI governance, because there's some shocking stats around that.
Yep, sounds boring, but it's actually interesting.
It is. We'll try and make it so anyway. And we're going to talk about AI confidence versus real capability with it.
Exactly.
So, and all this is covered in the Spark report, and we'll put a link to it in the show notes as well. So grab that for even more details. So what is a productivity paradox? Jules, do you want to tell us what it is?
Yeah, okay. I thought you were going to, but I'm going to now.
No, but you describe it really well, so I thought I'd let you do that before I do the rest.
Okay, great. Well, one of the big findings we've got from our Spark report is everybody's saving time with AI. Great. In fact, 89% of people who responded to the survey self-reported saving time with AI.
Yeah, some of them up to 10 hours a week.
So only about 6%, I think, said 10 hours a week. But I think the median was 3 to 5 hours a week. And the average came out at about, nearly 4. So, that's all adding up, isn't it?
So most people are saving almost an hour a day.
Yeah. But interestingly, the other stat was most people said they didn't have enough time to learn any more about AI. and how to apply it to their work.
Doesn't make any sense.
So yeah, you're saving time, but you haven't got any time.
I wonder if how many of you are feeling the same thing.
Yeah, where did it all go?
Are you feeling the same thing?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Everybody thought that AI would save us time, and therefore, I don't know. I mean, I never thought I was going to finish work at 3 o'clock every day. I think what it has done, though, is...
I did have dreams about that.
Yeah, I mean, I dream about it all the time. But I think it does massively raise the bar of what you deliver in a day. Or certainly
And it
does
raises your own
with us.
expectations of what you deliver.
Absolutely. But the challenge we're finding is that, although, I speak to agency leaders all the time on our programs, and the frustration they're all finding is everybody's saving this time, but where does it go? Does the agency have the capacity to onboard a new project or onboard a new client, like more than they would have been able to? No. Do they feel that they're delivering much better quality work to clients? Not necessarily. Where's all this capacity gone?
Yeah. So it should go... So like you say, I'm fluffing my lines. Don't know what I'm going to say next.
We're going to clip this a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back and we'll say, where's all that time gone?
So if you build an agent that saves you half an hour, what's happening with that half an hour?
And if you multiply that across a team, I think that's the harder part, is 10 of your team are using this agent, and every time they use it, it saves them half an hour across the week. You've just saved 5 hours. Like, that's half a day of someone's time. What have you done with that half a day? Have you used it to prospect a new client? Or have you used it to build another AI agent? Like, what have you done with it all?
Or are you just trying to do your work better?
Yeah.
Cover more ground?
Yeah, has it allowed you to free yourself up to think harder about a client that you're working on and give them a better outcome?
Yeah. So it's really easy not to think about that and just let the time get frittered away and emails and admin and the same old stuff.
Yeah.
But we help our clients think about how to measure that.
Yeah.
What do you advise, Jules?
So yeah, put a metric around it. When you're introducing AI into a process, like, what's the goal? Is it an efficiency thing? Is it saving time? Or is it about raising the floor, doing better quality work or raising the consistency of how you do something? Or is it allowing you to innovate and do something in a new way? But put something around it. Like, are you tracking the win rate of pitches if you're using AI to critique your pitches and try and make them better? Are you tracking the time that you save, or carving out the time that you save if it's an efficiency play? If everyone saves half an hour, are you carving out that half a day? If you're creating GPTs or other agents, on your dashboard you can measure how often they're being used. And if you think each time someone uses it, it saves them 10 minutes, count up the minutes, carve out that time, use it for something more interesting instead.
Yeah, totally. I mean, that's the exciting bit.
Definitely.
The more interesting stuff.
Okay.
Well, thanks, Jules. So, second part.
Part 2.
Yeah.
Numero due.
We're going to talk about governance. Don't tune out, because it is pretty good. So we found that more than half of agencies...
52%.
Yeah, but more than half is a sort of more podcast-compatible stat, I think.
Well, I mean, it's both facts are true.
They are. So more than half had no company-wide standard or oversight of AI. Does that surprise you, based on...
Yeah.
You spend more time going into agencies
Yeah,
than I do.
that does surprise me in 2026, I must admit. I think back in 2024 that wouldn't have surprised me at all.
No,
but to find that
yeah.
like half of agencies are basically flying by the seat of their pants in 2026 seems unusual.
It does seem unusual, but we
Yeah.
also found that 3/4 of agencies haven't updated their legal contracts either to reflect like how AI is being used in client work.
Yeah, so even lots of those that do have policies and guidelines in place for their teams haven't actually done the contractual work to make sure that that's reflected in their T's and C's for their clients. So, at Spark, when we contract with our clients, we have a clause there to make it clear that we do use AI to help, that we record our programs, that we use AI to help us deliver their program better, that the data retention policies in place that allow us to do that, and other things. And, and our clients have to agree to that for us to be able to deliver their program.
And it means we can have a really good conversation about it with our clients when we when we start working with them as well.
Is this a real cat or is it AI?
This is Angus.
This is actually a real cat.
Yeah.
who's normally called Booster.
And he's just,
And he
I
likes-
can see that he's actually typing in our
He
notes.
always loves
Cool.
sitting on keyboards.
Yeah.
So I think so the thing to think is, are you actually legally protected when you're using this stuff? Have you agreed with your client how you're going to use it? We're big believers in talking to your clients about how you're using AI, because actually it's a great way of starting up that conversation and showing that you're using it responsibly, if you are using it responsibly. Yeah.
I think what it also does, though, by really addressing this, it's not just your clients. If you have clear policies and legal side in place, your team feel more protected and free to work within like known parameters rather than being cautious. And I think in our research, we found that interest in IP and risk management and those kind of typically boring topics has gone up dramatically.
Yeah, it's gone way up. Yeah, we talk about that a lot, especially around IP.
In reaction to there not being these parameters in place, probably.
Yeah, and something to think about is if you haven't got a strong AI policy and taught your team about it, then actually your AI enthusiasts, the ones who are pushing this stuff and seeing what they can do with it, are the ones actually putting you most at risk.
Yeah.
So the ones who you think are probably giving you the greatest benefit and doing what you want might be the ones that get you in hot water.
Yeah, for sure. And so what can people do about it? Because it's not as big a sort of blocker as we think. It's not it can be quite a straightforward.
Yeah, so writing an AI policy doesn't need to be super complicated. In fact, you can get AI to help you write it. It knows what should go in one, usually. We give our clients a GPT that helps them write theirs. And the main thing, though, is, you end up with some 10-page document that specifies all of this stuff. Your team just aren't going to read it. You've got to engage them in it. Give them the one-pager, have a lunch and learn where you talk about it, do it every quarter. Talk to your freelancers that you're working with, make sure that they abide by it and that contractually they're obliged to, so that your freelancers aren't unintentionally putting you at risk. It doesn't, just takes a bit of willpower.
Yeah, and the comms of the team might be slightly different, like traffic light systems for different things.
Yeah.
That,
Clients are on their own journey. We speak to agencies all the time that have some clients that won't let them use AI on a project.
Yeah.
How do you flag that to your team so they know? Is it something simple? Is it a flag in your project management system or on their client folder or something?
Yeah, so that everyone's
And how
on
do
the
you
same
get people
page.
to actually self-report, self-comply that they didn't use AI on that project, for example?
Okay, cool. I've got a note here that I was going to ask you about. I was going to say, haven't creatives always referenced images from the internet? But why did we have that note from when we did our script
Well,
together?
I think we were talking about data
must have
privacy
gone
and
somewhere
IP
else.
with these IP guidelines. So when we talk about data privacy and IP, most people are thinking, you're thinking ChatGPT. You're thinking, what are my team putting into ChatGPT?
Yeah.
And that's and so you should be. Are they putting what they're putting into ChatGPT? Is it something that you're comfortable with and your client would be comfortable with? But a lot of people aren't thinking about what are your creative teams sticking into Midjourney or Firefly. How are you using reference imagery? So I think this is really important. And as someone who comes from a photography background, something that's dear to my heart, which is we have always used mood boards and reference images in creative
Same for
work.
graphic designers.
Yeah, exactly. You put together stuff to show to your client. I'm thinking kind of along these lines, and your client goes, "Yes, more like this, less like that." Because you've got to try and find a shared language with your client before you build or create something. But when you start using that imagery then as input references for an AI model, I think you're stepping into a different world.
Yeah.
You're starting to move into industrializing the exploitation of other people's
When you
IP.
take it off the mood board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one thing for your creative then to be inspired in the way that they prompt and work with an AI image model. It's another thing to use it as a reference image.
Yeah.
And so I think that's really important, and something that we teach on our creative programs is making sure that you respect other people's IP in the same way that you would want them to respect yours.
Yeah. It's a slightly more nuanced moral code now. Yeah.
Topic 3.
Sorry, I was laughing
Booster's
at
here for the duration. He's actually an AI enthusiast. He's built his own custom GPT
He loves
to
it.
make sure that he gets fed on time.
And that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so the third part, we were going to talk about the gap between real confidence with AI, or confidence with AI, and real capability with it. Because we observe when we're working with agencies that, or just people in general, it's easy for us to overestimate our own abilities with AI because it's very hard to keep up with the art of the possible with it.
Well, I think this is what came out in the survey, right?
Yeah.
So something like 80-something% of people said that they were confident using AI for their work.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Which
is, perhaps we're not surprised.
No, and that's great that people are feeling confident like that.
But then, when we asked how many people were actually building AI workflows, building custom GPTs or Copilot agents to support the way they work, 15%.
Yeah, which is where we would call sort of getting to real AI fluency these days.
So the truth is, most people don't know what good looks like. And at Spark, we have something. Sorry, I've got cat saliva all over the trackpad of my computer, which means it's not working very well.
He's really enjoying sitting on your lap.
So we have a framework for AI fluency, the 4 Ds. Description, how well are you describing the task that you're actually trying to do? Dialogue, how well are you actually interacting with the AI? Delegation, like what are you choosing to let the AI do versus what do you do as the human? And discernment, like how are you judging what's coming out of an AI and deciding what to take forward, what not to take forward? And spot when AI is maybe taking you down the wrong path. So not enough people, I think, are genuinely fluent with AI. Those people who think they're confident often aren't. They're often very strong at description, but aren't really thinking about the other parts. So that's something certainly that we find in our programs.
And I think some of these 3 themes that we talked about are quite interlinked, because if we don't use that time back in the productivity paradox we're talking about for things like AI upskilling, we're going to see this become these figures become even more polarized, and that people will sort of feel confident, but in reality they've just reached the ceiling and you're losing your competitive advantage.
Absolutely. We find even on our AI Foundations course, which we kick off all our accelerator programs with, some agencies are kind of like, we don't need to do that. We're sort of well beyond foundations.
Yeah.
And we deliver our program, and like halfway through, the penny drops, and people are just like, I hadn't thought of thinking about it like that, or I hadn't thought of using it like that.
Yeah.
There we are. So we do find that, these tools are moving fast all the time, and what you can do with these tools is moving fast all the time, and a lot of people are still using AI a little bit like it's 2024.
Yeah, for sure. Right. Those are our kind of chapter messages for today.
So that was it. Productivity paradox, 1. The governance gap, 2. And
confidence versus capability,
3.
Yeah. So
if you want all the gory details,
link in show notes for the report. But before we wrap up, let's talk a bit about what we've been up to.
So we've actually been up to an awful lot.
We have had 7 people join the business.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, I've just listed out their names. It's 7.
Okay, right, it is, actually.
Yeah. So, where do we start? What about new coaches?
Yeah, so we've got 3 new coaches on the team. So we've got Charlotte, Chrissy, and Ellie.
All on AI for strategy, or AI for strategists.
Yeah, so they're all brilliant they're all brilliant strategists who work closely with AI, and they're building out our AI strategy program and helping deliver that. So that's great. So we can serve more clients that way. So that's exciting.
Yeah. And we are building up the internal team as well.
That's right. Spark is growing.
So we've got Chris, Desai, and Asta.
Yeah, so they have been freelancing with us, but we're very excited to say they've come on full-time as employees since the beginning of the month.
So some of you might have come across them before.
Yep.
Asta's working on marketing and research. So Asta masterminded the Spark report that we've been talking about.
And this podcast.
And this, thanks, Asta.
And Chris is on our operations team. He's been helping with programming our accelerator program with clients, and also helping build some of our internal processes and automations.
And our automations, he's fantastic. And then even more recently, like as in this last week,
Yeah.
Alice and Chris.
The other Chris.
See, Chris. Can I get the pronunciation right with
Chris
my
Kara.
crazy brain?
Yeah.
Kara. Chris Kara.
Yeah, so we have two Chris's. So
yeah.
we've actually got two Chris's, a Chrissy and a Christelle. It's getting confusing. We're going to have to change our recruitment policy.
Alice is our growth director.
Yeah, so she's helping, obviously going to be helping with all of our inbound inquiries, but also looking at how we develop new products and services.
New partnerships.
Moving into new markets.
We're raising investment at the moment, so working with me on that as well.
All of that stuff.
Busy.
And we've also got Chris C, who is coming in as our operations and delivery director. So he's going to be overseeing all of our client programs, helping onboard clients smoothly, making sure that they all their programs run super smooth, and also making sure our coaches have all the support they need to deliver a brilliant program for our clients.
So if you're a client of ours, you'll probably meet Chris C and Christy
pretty soon.
Yeah. So we are super excited about that.
Really good.
Yeah. And then a couple of weeks ago, we started a new series of Spark Sessions, which is our sort of companion to the podcast.
Yeah, so we've got a new webinar series.
Yeah.
It's called Spark Sessions. We feature real businesses that are AI forward, talking about what they're up to. And our first episode went live about 2 weeks ago, featuring Chris Murphy from Tuncarp, who are a brilliant creative AI production company based out of the Philippines. And he talked through their creative AI operating system. If you want to see what AI forward workflows for a creative business look like, watch the pod.
Yeah.
Webinar. It's
Yeah.
not a pod. Sorry.
It could be a pod, but it's not.
It could.
Yeah, it's really inspiring, and the whole point of Spark Sessions is to show you what good looks like today.
We've got another one coming up.
We do. We're recording one tomorrow. So
Is that tomorrow as in Sunday,
it's
or is
tomorrow.
that tomorrow as in after the podcast has gone
tomorrow.
out? Right, okay.
Can't say this is the weekend, Jules.
All right, okay. Shh.
No, but it's tomorrow after the podcast goes out on Thursday, so it'll
Got
be
it.
Friday.
Got
I'm
it.
recording it with Pod London, Adrienne from Pod London.
Yeah,
Who,
she's awesome.
really awesome, and got some very interesting.
Yeah, we met up at the
systems, products,
Creative
all
AI
that.
Network in London.
You did recently. Yeah.
So then, what else is happening? We're off to the beach.
We're going to Cannes again. So
See you on
from now.
the Croisette.
Yeah, see you there. So actually, we're going to be holding. We're opening our books for 30-minute meetings.
That's right.
For AI benchmark audits.
Exactly. We'll talk to you. We'll benchmark you where you are on our AI maturity matrix and let you know how you compare to other agencies and give you a bit of advice on where to move forwards.
Yeah.
Grab
So
a slot.
You can grab a slot.
Link on the website.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, got that before me.
/cam. Where do they go?
No, it's actually on the navigation bar of
There
our
you
website.
go, on the navigation bar.
We made it pretty easy. Yeah.
Great. So grab 30 minutes. We're there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll also be giving a talk Tuesday afternoon
Yes.
with the Network One. So come and join us.
Awesome. And if you're going, just drop us a line. We'd love to say hi.
Yeah. We've got lots going on with clients as well. We've got a few clients just coming to the end of their accelerator programs, JKR, Neverland, PB Creative, and a few others, and we're just getting started with a whole bunch more, including Everland over in Denmark and Norway, Pearl Fisher in London and New York, and ACC over in the US. So lots going on, very exciting.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's really awesome. I think that's it for... Oh, no, it's not it for today. Not quite.
One last thing.
Bear with us. We haven't talked about what tools we're trying.
Oh,
what we're
yeah,
up
this
to.
is the bit where we turn the magnifying glass on ourselves.
Yikes. Okay.
I think you go first.
Well, yeah, I was just going to talk about a really silly fun one.
Okay.
Because now it's really easy to build small apps for ideas you've thought of for like a quick use case.
Yeah.
On Monday afternoon, we got an all-hands meeting with all...
The whole Spark team, all 20 people.
Yeah, exactly. And as you know now, we've got 7 new starters. So
Yeah.
we want everyone to quickly be able to just understand a bit about each other. So I put together a little working style quiz, which is just meant to be a bit of fun and a way to start a conversation about all our little quirks.
So people are going to find out that I'm the evil dictator that I really am.
Pretty much, Jules, yes.
Yikes. Okay. Well, what's been going on in my world? Well, one of the things I'm always looking at is, I'm on calls with people who want to work with Spark all the time, and the one question they've always got is, when can we start?
Yeah.
And you know what? It's actually been quite a hard question to answer, because coaches have different availability, we've got different programs finishing at different times,
And we run multiple clients at the same time.
simultaneously. Yeah, we might have 7 or 8 clients going through an accelerator program. So working out when somebody can actually start and have their sequence of workshops is kind of tricky. So Chris from our ops team has built a brilliant automation using a bit of Google Script and a bit of Claude Code.
This is Chris D.
Chris D, yeah. And it now, every week, every Monday, I get an email in my inbox with a spreadsheet that shows me week by week for the next 10 weeks exactly how many programs are running, how many slots are free, and when we could start a new program. What's the sort of most realistic and what's the slightly ambitious version.
That's fantastic.
So that's super interesting. So another cool little way that's taken a bit of friction out of our process.
Yeah.
Just the kind of thing you can do in your agency too.
For sure, yeah. But that will just keep on developing until it gets better and better and better.
Yeah, so we've already got a list of things that would make it better that we'll be working on over the next few weeks.
Great. Okay. Shall we actually close it after I've done 2 warnings?
That is actually it. This is actually the end now.
Okay. So I think if you take one thing from this podcast, it's probably just make sure you got your AI governance sorted.
Yeah, get a lawyer to review your T's and C's and make sure that you're okay to use AI tools on your projects with your clients. That is literally the one thing you can do that will allow you to be safe and move forwards with this.
Yeah. We'll see you next time in Cannes.
Yeah, we're going to be coming, I want to say live from Cannes. It won't be live, but it will be from Cannes.
Yeah, I mean, we just need to edit it a tiny bit before it goes out. So forgive us for it not being completely
We're going to be vlogging. Imagine that at our age.
Some B-roll. Yeah. No.
So we're going to go a bit Gen Z and carry cameras around and talk to them about what we're seeing, what we're doing. Maybe we'll talk to a few other people too. So if you can't make it to the Quezette, it'll be like you're there.
Just like
so just pour yourself a glass of rosé, turn the heating up to 30 degrees, and it'll be just like you're in Cannes with us.
We hope so. And if you're there, we hope to see you there too. Great. See you then.